Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Ozcast.
Hey everyone. If you're listening to this, you're probably just as interested in XRP as we are.
Definitely.
And probably just as confused about like where the price is going next.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, everyone seems to have a different opinion. So today we're going to do a deep dive into this article we found from crypto.news called XRP Price Forms a Risky Pattern. Is a big crash coming?
Ooh, scary.
A little bit, right?
Yeah.
It was published pretty recently too, like just a few days.
Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Ago on February 24th, 2025.
Okay, so it's up to date.
Yeah, we're hoping to break down all this technical stuff and all the market theories that are kind of swirling around XRP right now. So you can kind of come to your own conclusions about what's going to happen.
Exactly. Because price predictions, especially in crypto, are, well, they're kind of tricky.
Oh, yeah.
It's not an exact science.
No, not at all.
There's a lot of factors at play.
Yeah, and one of the things that's got everyone talking
Yeah.
is this recent XRP drop. It's down almost 30% from its high this year, officially putting it in what they call a bear market.
So that basically means that prices are trending downwards.
Okay.
And investors are getting a little bit more pessimistic.
Right. It's kind of the opposite of a bull market.
Exactly. Yeah, when everyone's like, woo, everything's going up.
Yeah.
This is kind of the opposite of that.
And it seems like it's not just XRP.
No, it's the whole market right now.
Yeah.
It's feeling a little shaky.
Yeah. Bitcoin even is having trouble breaking through that $100,000 mark.
That's a big psychological barrier.
Yeah. And you can kind of feel that fear in the crypto space.
Right.
I was looking at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index,
Oh, yeah.
which measures like the overall market sentiment.
Yeah.
And it's pointing straight at a fear zone.
Oh,
Yeah. So that basically means investors are like nervous
right.
and hesitant and more likely to sell than buy.
And that's not really good for a price surge, is it?
Not at all. Fear is contagious in these situations.
Oh, it is for sure.
And even fundamentally strong coins like XRP
Yeah,
can get kind of swept up in all that negativity.
absolutely.
But okay.
Let's get to the good stuff.
Yeah. So this article mentions some like technical signals
Yes.
that analysts are watching.
Yeah.
Like what could signal this crash they're talking about. And one of the things that I saw was this thing about moving averages.
Okay.
I've heard that before,
Yeah.
but I honestly don't totally understand it.
So basically think of it like a trend line
Okay.
on a price chart.
Mm-hmm.
It smooths out all those crazy ups and downs
Yeah.
that happen day to day
Right.
and gives you a better sense of like where the overall price is going.
Okay.
And this article focuses on the 50-day and the 100-day moving averages, which are pretty popular indicators that traders use.
Okay.
And when the price of a coin drops below these averages,
Yeah.
it can signal that the momentum is shifting more towards the sellers,
Oh, no.
aka the bears.
So that's kind of like a warning sign
It is a warning sign.
that things could be going south?
Yeah, it doesn't mean for sure that it's going to crash,
Okay.
but it's something that traders really pay attention to.
Right.
Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then there's this other thing,
Yes.
the head and shoulders pattern.
Yeah, the head and shoulders. That one caught my eye.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of strange.
Yeah, it does.
Like using body parts to describe a chart.
It's a little weird.
But I guess that's how they do it in technical analysis.
That's how they do it.
So tell me about this head and shoulders thing.
Okay, so imagine a chart
Mm-hmm.
where the price peaks 3 times,
Okay.
with the middle peak being the highest one.
Like a head?
Yeah, like a head.
Okay.
And the 2 peaks on either side are a little bit lower, and they're the shoulders.
Oh, okay.
And then there's a neckline that connects the lows
Yeah.
between those peaks.
So it literally looks like a giant head and shoulders.
It really does.
On the chart.
Yeah.
So is that bad news for XRP?
It can be.
Okay.
It's considered a bearish signal,
Uh-oh.
especially when the price breaks below that neckline we were talking about.
Right.
And what's fascinating is that sometimes these patterns actually become self-fulfilling prophecies.
What do you mean by that?
Well, when enough traders see this pattern forming,
Yeah.
they might start selling,
Right.
which pushes the price down even further,
Oh, wow.
which then reinforces the pattern.
Right.
And it can lead to this big downward trend.
Oh, so it's like everyone freaks out and then it actually happens.
It can definitely happen. And in XRP's case, this article mentions that a drop below the neckline could mean it drops to $1.79.
Oh, wow.
Or even lower to like $1.61.
Ouch.
Yeah. So that's two potentially bearish signals. We
Yeah.
got the moving averages
Yeah.
and then this head and shoulders pattern.
Okay.
Now, the article also mentions this thing called the Wyckoff Theory.
Yes. The Wyckoff Theory. That sounds intimidating.
A little bit, right?
Yeah.
But think of it less like a technical indicator
Okay.
and more like a market cycle theory.
Okay.
So it breaks down the price movements into different phases.
Okay.
And you can think of it like the seasons.
Okay. I like that.
So first you have accumulation, which is like winter.
Right.
It's a period of consolidation. Everything's kind of quiet.
Right.
And then you have markup, which is like spring.
Okay.
Prices are starting to rise.
Things are blooming.
Yeah, the buyers are gaining control.
Okay. I'm following you so far.
All right, good.
What about the other two phases?
All right, so then we get to distribution.
Okay.
Think of this one like summer.
Okay.
The price is high,
Yeah.
but the smart investors who bought in during that winter accumulation phase,
Right.
they're starting to take profits.
Okay.
So it kind of leads to a sideways movement.
All right.
And then finally we got markdown, which is autumn.
Okay.
Prices are falling
Oh.
because there's more sellers than buyers.
Oh, no. I like that analogy a lot.
Good.
It makes it much easier to understand.
Yeah.
So where does XRP fit into all of this?
So the article suggests that what's been happening with XRP over the past year
Yeah.
actually lines up pretty well
Okay.
with these phases.
Okay.
So we had that long period of accumulation,
Yeah.
remember winter,
Yes.
then this strong upward surge during markup,
Okay.
the spring.
Spring.
And now,
Uh-oh.
well, some analysts think we might be entering the distribution phase.
Oh, no, the summer.
Yeah, the summer.
Where everyone's starting to sell. And
Yeah.
especially with that head and shoulders thing.
Looming over us.
Yeah, like a dark cloud.
Exactly.
So if we see XRP dip below that neckline, it could be the start of...
The dreaded markdown phase.
Oh, no.
The autumn. The autumn of XRP.
Where everybody rushes to sell.
Oh, no. That's not good.
No, it's not ideal.
But
Is there any good news?
there might be some good news.
Okay.
The article highlights a couple of things that could potentially turn things around
Okay, I like that.
for XRP.
Yeah, give me the good news.
Okay, so one thing to think about
Huh?
is that the SEC recently dropped their investigations
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
into Coinbase and Robinhood.
Okay, remind me, what were those investigations about?
So they were looking into whether these platforms
Mm.
were illegally selling unregistered securities,
Right.
which is a big deal
Yeah.
because the SEC has been saying for years
Yeah.
that a lot of cryptocurrencies,
Mm-hmm.
including XRP,
Yeah.
should actually be classified as securities.
And that comes with a lot more regulations and oversight.
Right, it does.
Yeah.
Makes things more complicated.
Yeah. Which can be good for investors.
Yes.
But it can also be bad for, like, companies.
It can be, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they have to jump through a lot of hoops.
Yeah. So what does it mean that the SEC dropped those cases?
Well, some analysts are thinking
Uh-huh.
that maybe the SEC is softening their stance on crypto.
Okay.
And if that's true, that could be really good news for Ripple.
Right.
You know, the company behind XRP,
Yeah.
they've been in this legal battle with the SEC for years.
I remember that it's been dragging on forever
It has, yeah.
over whether XRP is a security.
Right.
So if the SEC is easing up, could Ripple finally win their case?
It's possible.
And what would that mean for the price of XRP?
Well, that is the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's impossible to say for sure.
Right.
But if Ripple wins,
Yeah.
it would remove this huge cloud of uncertainty
Yeah.
that's been hanging over XRP for so long.
Right.
And that could really boost investor confidence
Right.
and potentially lead to a price jump.
Wow. So that SEC news is
Yeah.
definitely something to watch.
Keep your eyes on that one.
But you mentioned another potential catalyst.
Yes.
Something about an ETF.
Yes, this one's a big one.
Okay.
The article mentions that there's an 80% chance
Wow.
that the SEC will approve an XRP exchange-traded fund.
An ETF.
Yeah, or ETF for short.
Okay, so for those of us who are not like Wall Street experts,
Yeah.
what is an ETF and why is it such a big deal?
Okay, so an ETF is basically a basket of assets
Okay.
that you can buy and sell on a stock exchange.
Okay.
Just like a regular stock.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it easier for investors,
Yeah.
especially big institutions,
Yeah.
to get exposure to a particular asset class
Right.
without having to buy and hold the individual assets themselves.
Oh, okay. So like instead of buying a bunch of different cryptocurrencies, you could just buy this one ETF that represents all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So an XRP ETF would allow investors to gain exposure to XRP without actually buying XRP.
That's right.
Wow.
And that could be huge.
Okay.
JP Morgan estimates that an XRP ETF
Yeah.
could bring in over $8 billion in new funds.
Oh, wow.
Billions of dollars flowing into XRP.
Yeah.
It's not hard to see how that could impact the price.
Yeah, that's a lot of buying pressure.
It is.
So on the one hand, we have these bearish signals. Yeah. From like the moving averages and the head and shoulders pattern.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, we have these potential bullish catalysts.
Right.
The SEC dropping the cases.
Mm-hmm.
The possibility of an XRP ETF.
Right. It's like a tug of war
It is a tug of war.
between fear and hope.
Yeah.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah. And kind of confusing.
It is a little bit confusing.
It's like we're trying to solve this crypto puzzle.
Oh, I like that.
Where we have all these pieces of information,
Uh-huh.
but putting it all together
Yeah.
to get like a clear picture of the future,
Right.
that's the hard part.
That's the challenge.
It is.
And that's why it's so important to be a little skeptical
Oh, yeah.
about all these price predictions.
Right. Like we've seen how quickly things can change
Wow.
in the crypto market.
For sure.
So anyone who says they know for sure where XRP is headed,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm a little suspicious.
Right. They're probably trying to sell you something.
Probably. So remember, we're not giving any financial advice here.
No.
Our goal is to give you the knowledge
Yeah.
and the context so you can make your own decision.
Exactly.
So we've laid out the facts.
As we see them.
As we see them.
Yeah.
We've got these bearish signals from those technical indicators,
Mhm.
but then we've also got these potential catalysts
Right.
that could really change things.
True.
So as you continue your XRP journey,
Uh-huh.
here's something to think about.
Okay.
Do you think,
Yeah.
considering everything,
Everything.
the technical indicators,
Mm-hmm.
the potential catalysts, the overall market sentiment,
Yeah.
do you think it's more likely that XRP will crash?
Right.
Or is there a chance for this big breakout?
What do you think?
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah. Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
Keep exploring.
Yeah.
Keep learning.
And as always, happy investing.
Yes. Happy investing.
All right, that's it for part 1. We'll see you on part 2.
Sounds good. Yeah, so we're talking distribution like summer, right?
Okay.
Price is high.
Yeah.
But those savvy investors,
Mhm.
you know, the ones who got in early.
Right back in the winter.
Exactly, back in the accumulation phase.
Yeah.
They're starting to take profits.
Okay, makes sense.
So you start to see the sideways movement.
Right.
And then you get to mark down.
Knockdown.
Okay. Prices are falling.
Yeah, because people are starting to sell more.
Exactly. There's more sellers than buyers. Not a great sign.
So with XRP, is that where we are now?
Well, the article suggests that
Yeah.
XRP has been moving through these phases.
Okay.
Like over the past year, we saw that accumulation, right? The quiet winter,
Yeah.
and then that boom in spring.
Yeah, things were looking good.
Markup phase.
Yeah, prices were going up.
Exactly.
Everyone was happy.
Right. And now,
Well, it looks like we might be hitting summer.
summer, oh no,
Distribution.
everybody's selling,
Starting to, yeah.
especially with that head and shoulders pattern.
Right, exactly. That's not helping.
Yeah.
So if we see that dip below the neckline,
Yeah.
could be the start of autumn.
Autumn, the dreaded markdown.
Yeah, where everyone's just trying to get out.
Oh no, that's not what we
Not
want.
ideal.
But hold on.
Yeah.
You mentioned there were some potential catalysts
I did.
that could turn things around.
There are a couple of things that could shift the tide.
Okay, I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
What are they?
So one thing to consider is that
Yeah.
the SEC dropped those investigations.
Oh yeah, into Coinbase and Robinhood.
Exactly.
Oh okay.
So that's bid.
Yeah, remind me, what were those about again?
Right. So the SEC was looking into whether those platforms were selling unregistered securities.
Right.
Which is a big no-no
Yeah.
in the eyes of the SEC.
They've been saying for a while now.
Yeah, for years.
That a lot of cryptocurrencies could be considered securities.
Including XRP. Yeah. Which would mean...
more regulation.
Yeah, more regulations.
More oversight.
And that can be a good thing.
It can be good for investors.
Right, because it protects them.
Exactly.
But it can also be bad for companies.
Yeah, it can make it harder for them to operate.
Right.
They have to jump through all these hoops.
So the SEC dropped the cases.
They did.
What does that mean?
Well, some people are thinking
that
maybe the SEC is kind of changing their tune. Softening their stance.
On crypto in general.
On crypto, yeah. And if that's true, that's good news for Ripple.
Right, because they're the company behind XRP.
Exactly.
And they've been in this huge legal battle with the SEC.
It can go on forever.
Over whether XRP is a security.
It's a long saga.
Yeah. So if the SEC is easing up, could Ripple finally win their case?
Here's a chance.
What would that mean for XRP's price?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hard to say for sure. But if Ripple wins, it would remove this huge cloud of uncertainty.
Yeah, that's been hanging over them.
For so long.
And that could really boost investor confidence.
Yeah.
And potentially we could see a price jump.
Wow. So this SEC news.
It's something to keep an eye on.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But you said there was another catalyst?
I did.
Something about an ETF.
Yes. This one's potentially huge.
Go.
The article says there's an 80% chance that the SEC will approve an XRP ETF.
Okay, back up for a sec.
Yeah.
What is an ETF?
Right. So an ETF is basically a basket of assets that you can buy and sell on a stock exchange.
Okay.
Just like a regular stock.
So it's like a bundle of stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it makes it easier for investors, especially big institutions, to get exposure to a certain asset class without having to buy and hold up the individual assets themselves.
Okay, so like instead of buying a bunch of different cryptocurrencies, you could just buy this one ETF.
It represents all of them. So an XRP ETF would let people get exposure to XRP without actually buying XRP.
That's right.
Interesting.
And this could be huge.
Okay.
JP Morgan thinks that an XRP ETF could bring in over $8 billion.
$8 billion.
In new funds.
Wow.
Billions of dollars flowing into XRP.
That would definitely impact the price.
It would. A lot of buying pressure.
So it's like we have these bearish signals from the technical stuff.
Right. The moving averages, head and shoulders pattern.
Yeah.
But then we have these huge potential bullish catalysts.
Right. The SEC dropping the cases and the possibility of an ETF.
It's like a tug of war.
It is a tug of war.
Between fear and hope.
What's going to win?
I'll have to see.
I don't know. It's so hard to tell.
I know. It really is tough to tell what's going to happen.
Yeah. It kind of feels like we're trying to solve a crypto puzzle.
Ooh. I like that analogy.
Right.
Yeah.
We have all these pieces, but putting them all together to see like the whole picture.
Right. That's the real challenge.
That's the challenge.
And I think that's why it's so important to be a little bit skeptical.
For sure.
About all these price predictions you see.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen how quickly things can change.
Right. Exactly.
In the crypto market.
So anyone who says they know for sure what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm a little suspicious.
I am too.
Right.
Yeah.
So just remember, we're not giving you financial advice here.
No.
We're just trying to give you the information.
Right. The knowledge.
And the context. So you can make your own decisions.
Exactly.
So we've laid it all out. We've got those bearish signals.
Yeah, from the technical indicators.
But we've also got those potential catalysts.
Right. That could really flip things around.
So as you continue on your XRP journey, here's a final thought.
Okay. I like it.
Do you think, considering everything we've talked about,
all the factors.
Yeah, the technical indicators, the catalysts.
The market sentiment.
Right.
Do you think XRP is going to crash?
Ooh.
Or is there a chance for a breakout?
What do you think?
Yeah, let us know your thoughts.
Leave a comment.
We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, for sure.
That's it for this deep dive into XRP.
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you in the next one.
Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.